Hello, and welcome back to
Hi.
another episode of Blueprint to Wellness and Success with Dr. Ada and PA Smith.
Hey
Hello.
guys, hey.
And
Hi.
today we have another exciting guest. Oh my God, how exciting. Veronica Nuñez, welcome.
Hi.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. It's
Oh,
such an honor.
you are welcome. This was something in the making. I don't even know how many times did we attempt to schedule this show.
I know. I think this is our third try, so third
I
time's
believe
the
so too.
charm.
But you know what? The third time we got
Yeah.
it right.
It's a
Yes.
charm. The third is a charm.
There
Yeah.
you go. It's a charm. It's a charm. So this is Veronica, and she is a fashion designer, sewing instructor, and
Wow.
founder of Cafecito con Fashion, a creative space where adults and children learn to sew over a cup of their favorite cafecito or frappuccino for the kids. She earned a BFA from Fashion Institute of Technology, excuse me, and
Mhm.
has and has over 10 years of experience working in fashion products
Love it.
development.
Love it.
Wow, fashion product development as a
Yeah.
designer with hands-on expertise in garment construction, sewing production, and direct collaboration with factories. Oh my God, that is so. You have all the connections, Veronica. You're the
Cool.
lady. You're
Super
it.
cool.
So after seeing how sewing has become almost an art, she has made it her mission to bring it back to her community through
Mm.
accessible, confidence building education, through Cafecito con Fashion. She leads summer camps, sip and sew pop-up private lessons, and
Mhm.
after school programs. She's partnered with Fairleigh Dickinson University,
Mm.
their nonprofit organization. It's called Generation Fearless. Yes,
Yeah.
Veronica.
Yes.
To expand creative opportunities. She is passionate about helping Latina fashionistas break into fashion industry. I love that. And as a first generation Latina who started with zero connections and zero guidance, she understands
Mm.
firsthand why Latino representation in fashion is still limited. Through
Mhm.
fashion and perseverance and mentorship, she built her own path. And now
Mhm.
she's committed to being a mentor to others. And well, she's also involved. You have your own blog. Is that what I
Mhm.
understand?
Yeah.
And programs. She shares sewing education, industry insights, and resources for aspiring creatives and designers. And this is
Unbelievable.
just the beginning with upcoming.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
only the beginning, guys. With workshops, and it looks like you're going to be working with Michael's Craft Store this spring,
Yes.
What?
and more sip and sew experience on the way. Welcome, Veronica Nunez.
What a resume.
Oh
Oh,
my God. I have so
oh,
many
I am
questions.
inspired.
I
Wow.
thought we had questions. No, no, no. You. Oh my God,
Damn.
Veronica. Well, we have questions for you, but I want to
Yeah.
know. Wow. There's so many things I want to ask, but should we first ask the questions and then fill
Yeah,
in at
we
the
can
end?
let's well, first of all, I want to give her respect and
Oh, thank you.
admiration to a Latina that's doing her thing. Dr.
Yes.
Ada, thank you for bringing her on.
Oh my God.
That is
I
amazing.
knew we had to bring Veronica.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
Veronica,
Oh,
we
stop.
were in a pitch competition. That's how we
Yeah.
Oh,
met.
that's where you met her. Okay. Well, first of all, I have to give her lots of respect because my grandmother was a tailor.
Oh,
And
love that.
I tell you, she I have a lot of love for fashion, like Dr. Ada, and clothes and expression through clothes. And I think I get it from my grandmother. And the second part is that when I wanted her to teach me to sew,
Hmm.
she was already at towards the end of her life,
Oh,
so she never
Mm.
taught me. But one of my things before if I go to the big thing upstairs, I want to learn how to sew because I think it's a beautiful expression
Yeah.
uh, of your creativity, and so I honor you. Unbelievable,
and I
unbelievable.
second that, and I
Oh,
have to confess, I bought a sewing machine about a decade ago,
You
and
did.
it's still in the closet. Yeah,
Okay, we're
stop.
gonna
You
I
we're
have
gonna
to
never
get it
learned.
out.
come.
We're
I
gonna
never
get it
learned how
out.
to use it.
Yes, for Maru and Ming, we have to make some t-shirts.
Yeah, hey, let's do
Why
it.
not?
Veronica, I'm
Yes.
signing up, or tell me where to sign up. And I'm bringing
I
Jeanette
love
with me.
that.
We want to learn how to sew.
Yes,
I
let's
love
do it.
it.
Let's make it happen. We can have our own sewing party.
Yes.
Let's do it. Oh,
Yes, let's do
I'm so
it. Oh my
excited.
gosh.
Yeah.
I'll bring the wine.
Yes.
Yes, bring the wine and bring the fun and everything. Okay, so first question, Veronica. Let's start at the beginning. What's your origin story with sewing and fashion?
Yes. So this is like one of my favorite stories actually. I even wrote it to the college, to FIT, when I first submitted my application because I
Mm,
really needed them to understand like where this passion came from.
right.
So you're gonna laugh, but my mom sent me to public school in a uniform that she picked out. I'm
Mm.
talking like khakis and like the burgundy and
She
navy
created her own
polo.
uniform.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, y yo era tan calladita. So like I never told her like I
Whatever
was
she
getting,
wanted to do.
yeah, and I never told her like it wasn't like okay, I was getting bullied because of it. I was like, are you kidding me? Like this is ridiculous. Like I'm glad I can laugh about it now, but it's yeah.
Yeah.
So because of that though, it did push me to like start designing. I was like, I need to have my own freedom. I need to have my own expression. Like this can't keep happening. So I started slowly breaking away from the uniform. You know, my mom would let me I still had to wear the khakis, but like I will wear a t-shirt here and there and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I picked up my first needle. I started hand sewing, embroidery, things like that. And then I told my dad, like, I was like, Dad, like, I think I really want to explore this. Like, I want to make my own clothes. Can you get me a sewing machine? Say no more. Took me straight to like some
Nice.
sewing. Yeah, he took me to a sewing machine store
Wow.
that doesn't exist anymore, but it was on Bergen Line around between 43rd and 41st Street. One of those. Walked
Okay.
in. He's like, La mejor para mi hija. Démelo.
Oh,
And
oh, qué
yeah,
lindo.
yeah,
God bless
I
him.
guess it was beautiful. So he got me like this brother machine. It was computerized at the time with computerized stitches, and it was like the latest and greatest. I think it was like $500. But guess what? I
Wow.
still have that baby today. I still
That's
use it, great
Wow.
condition, and that's how it all started. I just started
wow.
sewing,
That's
and
nice.
yeah, I didn't really learn how to make stuff until I took my first sewing class, which again he also supported me. I went to FIT. I did like a pre-college program in the city by myself. I convinced them to let
Oh my
15-year-old
gosh.
me go in there on
That's
Saturdays, but
wonderful.
yeah, but I was able to learn, and that's what really kicked everything off. Yeah. So he's been a great supporter. My mom too. You know, you could have parents that could be like, no, no te metas en eso. Like I
Yeah.
told my grandpa was gonna be a designer, and he's like, y eso deja chavo, eso deja cuarto.
Oh, wow. Cuarto.
And
I
I was
love
like,
it.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, sí, abuela, en Nueva York, eso es algo. So
Sí, mucho, mucho
Nice.
yeah,
dinero.
yeah.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, about that. Anyways,
Wow.
but the
Beautiful
passion's there.
story.
Yeah, that's how it started.
it's so important to support your kids when they have a dream.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
All because he got me
Absolutely.
that first machine. Look
Wow.
how crazy, how full
Yeah,
circle it has
how it
come. Now
turns
I'm
out.
able.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Veronica and Dr. Ada. So, it's so funny. My dad, I remember I had wrote a speech, and my
Mm.
father was a good writer, and I wasn't really that good. But I remember he put my speech in a frame. And
Oh.
That is a
after that, and
beautiful
every time
thing.
I would see my father and my mom were separated, and then when I would go see my dad, I would see my picture, my
Oh,
speech. It was like a valedictorian, I don't know. And it made me feel like I was like unbelievable. And I understand what you're saying. It's like your parents,
Yeah.
man, they
Yeah.
gotta push you. They gotta,
Those
even if you do
and
the
those little
littlest
moments,
thing.
they stay with you forever, don't
Right.
Yeah.
like this is part of our DNA. This is part
Th-
of who we are.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's so sad
Yeah.
when, when kids don't have that. And as a school
Yeah.
counselor in New York City,
You saw it a
I
Mhm.
saw a
lot.
lot of instances when they didn't have that. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, it's true. And now that I'm a mom today, like I definitely want to be that pillar for them, that support, never
That's
say
right.
no, let them explore it. And
no,
if they fall out of love with it, let it come from them. Not because I
Right.
said no, you're not gonna
Right.
do it.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you might be surprised of how far they can take it.
That's right.
If
exactly.
it's their passion, they'll make it work.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. They will make it work.
Absolutely.
Question number two. Cafecito con Fashion is such a unique name. And I have to say, one of my skincare products is now called Maru de Café. So I got the cafe in there too.
I
I
love
love
that.
it.
But Cafecito con Fashion is such a unique name and concept. What
Hmm.
inspired you and how does it represent you? How does where did it come
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm thank you for saying it's unique first and foremost because I racked my brain for like 2, 3 weeks about this and it all started with me just trying to name my blog. My blog came first. I was like, I
from?
need a name because, and it all came from the concept of me spilling the beans, spilling like the tea of
Oh, okay.
like,
I like that
just
concept.
of like what really goes on behind the scenes in the industry. Nothing like, no bad talk or anything, but just the truth. For
Uh-huh.
example, like how fashion design is more true admin work than you would expect. You're not
Hmm.
really there in the studio draping, like whatever school told you it was going to be, it's not that. Just like being truthful and honest with my
Yeah.
audience. So it started from
Right.
that. And then when I launched my business, I was like, you know what? I Rising Tide, as we know, Dr. Ada, we went through that process, and I was like, all right, like where is this going? And I came up with the concept of sewing studio, and I was like, oh my god, like I just took like 3 weeks to name this like blog. How am I gonna translate this to like my business? And I don't have time. I have to submit this homework like next week. So I just I just kept the name and I was like, all right, let me actually merge it. How can I make it come to fruition with my sewing studio? And that's where it came up with the tagline, like, let's learn how to sew over a cup of coffee. And why coffee? Because I love coffee. My mom, I'm Dominican.
Oh,
So since I was like 3, ella estaba con la cucharita, like, oh,
dándote café.
yeah. And to me, coffee is like everything. It's like my non-negotiable. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, y de una vez pone la greca. I'm there colando café. And
Well,
and at the end of the day, I'm sorry, yes?
no, 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 you
Oh,
please.
oh, sorry. And nothing like I love coffee. Coffee to me, it's very community. You have la vecina coming over. Oh,
Mm.
tú quieres un cafecito? Sí, ven. Y, you get your
That's
latest,
it.
you get your afternoon chisme from that coffee. You get a life lesson, un consejito.
Yes.
It's just everything to me. So I love how with sewing now, since I do pop-ups and in a community setting, I bring the cafecito and it's like, let's get together, let's have our cafecito and let's sew. And at the
That's
same
so,
time,
yeah.
let's update each other, let's have consejitos, let's get together. And that's why so I
Mm,
love how in the end it all naturally like came
comes
together.
together.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
I
that's
That
just
was
wanted
cool.
to
amazing.
say, I discovered coffee only like a year and a half ago, even though my mother, of course, she drinks coffee and her mother did.
Yeah.
But on my father's side of the family, nobody drinks coffee.
Oh
And
my
so I
goodness.
tell you, I just never developed the taste until a year and a half ago when I when I had to take like somebody suggested I drink coffee for the caffeine.
Yeah.
So and then slowly I was like, this is
You kind of right,
good.
addicted. Hmm.
And now I have to have it every morning. But yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
addictive.
coffee is actually for weight loss. It's excellent.
Oh
Like in the
yeah.
morning to take it, it actually suppresses your appetite
Hmm.
and increases your metabolism. So it helps weight loss, definitely. The
Yeah.
problem is you can't over abuse it, but it does. It's definitely
Whatever that
it's
means.
Yeah.
You can never have too much
I
coffee.
know. Oh my God, you're like my patients. My patients say the same thing. They love coffee. Oh my goodness,
Coffee.
It's
they
so
love it.
good.
A funny thing, I used to love coffee candy, that's for sure.
Oh, I
But
do like that too.
but drinking coffee, I'm new to it,
Yeah.
but I think I'm gonna be a coffee
You're
lover for the
hooked.
rest of my life.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Veronica, next question. Why was it important for you to center community, culture, and connection, especially over Cafecito in your creative space?
Yes. I just feel like it's also just a way of like bringing a taste of like Santo Domingo to like, a setting, like like a creative space like that. Like I remember my memories when I would visit the countryside and like even the city, any house you go to in DR, you better bring your appetite and you better bring, your taste buds for that coffee because there's no way you're not walking out of there without having a sip of, of that.
Right,
So
right.
I really love like giving a taste, like, and honestly, people may not even know it that that's the reason why I'm even doing it. But to me, that's just like the hospitality, like what it is. And I just think, it's just a great way to like bring it into
Mhm.
the space and give
Yeah,
them a taste of what it's like. Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
you were born in DR, Veronica?
I was actually born here in New Jersey. Yeah,
Oh,
but my parents just raised me so Dominican.
oh, I
Yeah,
think
That's
that's
good.
amazing. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
My parents are Dominican too, and I was born in the
Yeah.
Bronx. But I feel like I missed out a lot because I don't know. I don't know I know the language, but I don't. I need to go out there and really get to know
Yeah, stay,
the
stay.
island,
Hmm,
the
hmm.
country. Yeah,
Oh, the
and one of
Yeah.
island
my
is so pretty.
grandfathers was Puerto Rican. Jeanette, I told you that.
What?
Yeah, so I feel like
Boricua?
I need to do my research on DR
Oh,
and
I
Puerto
love it.
Rico.
And Puerto Rico. We have to stay in an Airbnb in Puerto Rico together. And we'll bring
Yes.
Veronica.
Yes. I love Puerto
Yay!
Rico. I had my bachelorette party there and it was so
What?
Did
much
you?
fun. Yeah.
Oh,
It
that's
was the best
hot.
Gosh.
like setting. It was like the island of reggaeton. Like it couldn't have been more perfectly setting for me.
Oh, I
Oh,
love that.
Yeah.
oh,
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
And there
So
was
you're part
coffee
Boricua. She's part
of
by
Boricua,
heart.
course.
Ada.
By heart.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nice. Oh my God, that's cool. Very cool.
So
Okay.
you teach both adults and children. What differences do you notice in how each group approaches creativity and learning?
God, that is such a good question. With creativity, kids are because they're I don't even know how to explain it. These kids are just so creative. I could teach them one thing and they just go off, and next thing you know, they're here creating these bags. They're creating this little like pouch for like their little stuffed toy or like dresses
So
already.
cute.
And I'm just like, I literally just like this is amazing. Like, and it doesn't
They're
even
like
matter if
sponges. Their brains are like
yes.
sponges. Like they can pick up
And
anything.
yeah, and in the beginning, like I come from a background like as an adult, like you're now this is the adult side. It's like as adults, we're very technical. We want to be perfect. We want to make sure everything is done right. And with kids, like they're just not like that. They just want to get it done and they're just so happy with it. And it's like it took me a while to break that apart and be like, okay, like I know they probably didn't do it right, but they still did it. Like, where do I
Yeah.
critique? Like, do I make them redo it? Do I leave it alone? So I had to reach out to my former art professor, Elizabeth McFarlane, who was a big pillar in my life for in high school. She actually helped me also apply to FIT. If it wasn't for her, honestly, like power to her. We're still in touch
Wow.
today.
That's
And
great.
yeah, and I've been any advice that I could get, I hit her up and I'm like, hey, like the kids are doing a great job, but like they're not doing it technically right. Like, should I step in, make them redo it and tell them it's wrong? And she's like, just let it be. And I was like, okay.
Let them have
But then with
fun.
yeah, and have fun. And then with adults, I feel like we forget that. We forget to have fun. And I have to kind of start reminding my students, my adult students, like, let's bring the fun back into this. Let's bring the joy. It doesn't have to be stressful. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yes.
Just like let it be. So like
Yes.
I'm implementing
Yes.
that more and more into my classes and
I love that.
also, yeah, and also the way that they learn, for kids I have to break it down in every little step. With whereas as adults, we don't have that short of an attention span. I mean, now they're changing, but I could go on longer in a longer stretch, teach it. They go
Mhm.
back and they do it. So like it has been a learning curve, but I think I'm starting to get, you know, get
Yeah.
in the. rhythm of
Veronica,
things.
well, I'm curious,
Yeah.
could it be dangerous for kids to be working with sewing machines? Like it's a
Eh,
needle.
yeah, I know. That's always their biggest fear when they walk into the door. They're like, I'm scared I'm gonna
And
like
what
get hurt. And
ages?
I was like,
What ages
oh
also?
yes. The earliest I've taught was 6. And that was, but I'm not recommending that. That was
That's
difficult. She couldn't even
young.
touch the pedal. Yeah, it was a little hard. So, but I've been taking from ages 8 and above. So right now, like I have an after school program with hand sewing. I think the youngest are 8, and my machine sewing is 8, and it ranges all the way up to like 11 or 12. Yeah. Um, with the machine, however, yes, it is dangerous, but I get ahead of it right away. I tell them, this is how you get hurt, so let's not do those things. Let's avoid those things. And with
Yeah.
that, I taught them proper safety. And now
Hmm.
they don't have fear. And the few times they do get poked with the pin or whatever, they're okay about it. They see blood, they're not like
Hmm.
freaking out. They know it doesn't hurt. So like
Yeah.
I emphasize safety and make sure that they understand before we keep going. But you do have to make sure and keep your eye on it. That's why I also like to keep my group small, because I want to make sure they're getting the right attention and I'm not stretching myself thin, and then someone's bleeding over here, and then I'm like, like we're not doing that.
Like a
Right, right,
triage.
right.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
What's
how
your
big are your
class
groups?
size usually?
Oh,
Class
same
size.
question.
Yes.
Same question.
I like to by myself. I could do comfortably 6.
Mm,
For adults, maybe up to 8, and that's pushing it, because I still know that people may need me at the same time if they're stuck on something. And if I'm having
Okay.
up to 12 or more, then I'd bring in additional help. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
No, I
yeah,
really mean it. I want to sign up.
yeah.
Please send me the
Yes,
information. I have this
awesome,
new
awesome.
machine. I don't
Yes,
even know if
and
it
you could
still
bring it.
works. It's in the
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I bring it. I bring mine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because if you have one and you like, why not learn on the one you
Oh,
have?
on it.
The one,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
yes, yeah. I think it's the perfect way. If
Mm.
not, I supply machines too.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay,
I
so
just dry cough.
Yes.
Veronica, sewing can feel intimidating for beginners. How do you help students push past fear and self-doubt?
So the fear, it's a lot of encouragement, safety prevention, encouragement, and just telling them like, you could do it, you could get it done. Let's get the confidence. And I remind them like every little seam you make, every stitch that you make, you're still getting better. Um, for example, we're working right now like on an apron, and they have a student that's very particular. I love her. She's so particular. She reminds me so much of me. And she'll look at her work and she'll be like, I'm not happy with it. It's not straight. And I was like, all right, like if you really, really want to fix it, we could seam rip it, meaning we could undo it and redo it.
Yeah.
She's like, it's too long. I don't want to do it. I'm like, all right. So then I was like, but don't worry, you'll have a second chance. So then by the time she does it the second time, you should see the improvement right away. And even though it's not even and she realizes it, but I tell her, like, look at this as like you're progressing. Like you're literally in one garment and one piece of thing that you're making, you're seeing how you started here. And then as you work your way around, look at how much better you're getting. And that's what I see when I do my sip and sews. Like you see the first few lines, they're a little crooked, they're a little shaky,
Yeah.
they're a little like weird. And by the end of the session, they're así como si nada. And I'm like, you
Especially if they're
see, like I
sipping.
love it.
I mean, they're not
Yeah.
always they could sip coffee, just like you said. I was
Yeah,
gonna
so I
say, if
do
they're
it
drinking
coffee.
wine, it's gonna be
No,
crooked, probably.
I know. So that's why I love too that I have my Cafecito in my
Oh,
branding, because um yeah, I could actually get away with saying sip and so and then just saying it's actually coffee, it's not wine. I mean, power to whoever. If they want to
yeah,
do
if they want
BYOB
it.
and have like an Irish coffee, go for it. But but I wouldn't recommend it. You want to be a little more focused. Maybe towards the end, why not? But
Yeah, yeah. And they're working with needles too.
yeah, yeah. I'd rather
Okay.
just
The,
cafecito.
the next question. So we have about
Yeah.
8 minutes left. The
Ah,
next
okay.
question. What's the moment in your studio that reminded you that is exactly why I do this?
Ah, yes, the moment that everyone tells me that they learned something new, or that because of what they just learned, they're gonna run out to Walmart and go pick up a machine that same evening so that they could continue sewing from home. I
They
have
loved it
literally
so
like,
much.
yeah, and it just feels so good to know that you made a difference in someone's day in just an hour
Yeah.
or two. Like it makes me so fulfilled. Like I can't explain it. I don't have any teaching background. I'm learning as I go. but it just comes so naturally to me because I'm so passionate about it, and
Right.
I'm just so
And it shows.
excited.
And
Oh,
it
thank
shows.
you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah.
What's a moment? Oh, I think you said that one,
Yeah, I
right?
said that one.
How does sewing support mental wellness,
Oh, yeah.
confidence, and self-expression, especially in a fast-paced digital world?
Great question.
That's a great one,
Love it.
especially with the
Love it.
era. Yeah. Um, we're in an era where wellness is being prioritized and more interfaces, and sewing is definitely a part of that. Many may not believe it, but you start to sew, you unplug from your cell phone, you're making something with your hands, you're using motor skills, you are activating parts of your brain with creativity that you don't really use, especially if you're not in the creative field. If you do
Right.
spreadsheets all day, or
Right.
you're a nurse, or you're doing, you're not.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and all of that is a form of self-care because you're taking the
Mhm.
moment for yourself to do this one thing to accomplish. And it's all around wellness because this is what we need. We need that break, especially in the digital age that we live today, this fast-paced world where it's like, and the constant comparing, it's like, no, let's just unplug. Let's take a moment for ourselves.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
another way to have a creative outlet. And
Yes.
I also have students who have said, from ranging from young up to adults, that sewing is therapeutic for them, and they even find it a creative escape, like sorry, a
Yeah.
therapeutic escape. So I love
Um,
when I hear that because it is. They get it. I'm like, yes, you get it. Like,
You know,
yeah,
I have to say, this reminded me. Do you guys remember? I guess it was like in the 80s when the bubble skirts were in. Do you remember? It was just like a bubble. And
yeah,
mhm,
so I created by hand the bubble skirt with the pants. So I added like capri pants to it. And it was
mhm.
such a hit. My girlfriends and my cousins used to borrow my purple satin bubble pants dress. And it was so much fun just creating that. That took
yeah,
me back to that time. That you can have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. And then
that's
whatever's
that gives you,
trending, like changing up whatever's trending or whatever, just adding
mhm.
one extra piece or whatever.
yeah.
Right,
And that gives
exactly.
you confidence because for you to walk away and say, I made that. Like,
That's
can
Yeah.
right.
Oh my
you
God.
imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People used to, my friends and cousins used to sign up. Like, when can I
Yeah.
borrow the pants? Yeah.
I love
That's good.
that.
Okay, so as a fashion designer and mom, I know you're a mom also.
Oh
How do
yeah.
you balance creativity with the realities of running a business?
Well, this is actually one of my challenges.
You
I am
too,
in
huh?
yeah, I am in the season of trying to figure it out. I don't have any advice or anything to really,
And that's okay, honey. We
yeah,
don't have all the answers. So, and
yeah,
it's a learning process, especially
it
as a
is.
mom. Jeanette is a mom too.
Yep,
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
they
it.
don't come with
I
books. They don't come with
no.
manuals. We got
No,
to figure this out.
I just take
that's
it day
right.
by day. I guess that's all I could say. And I just try to do a little bit here, a little bit there. And whatever doesn't get done, just moving on to the next day. And
It's
that's
another
it. Just
day.
try, yeah, just try not to beat myself up too much about it.
Good.
That's
I
right.
love that perspective. That sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so what role does culture and heritage play in your designs and in Cafecito con fashion experience?
Mm.
oh yeah. Well, when about this, I actually think about how like down to the little things like um the choice of my fabrics, for example. When I design, I like to pick like loud colors and prints. Like think about like when you go travel to the Caribbean or somewhere
Yeah.
tropical, like everyone's just bright, everyone's happy. And I bring that into my designs and I'm noticing I'm even bringing that into Cafecito. Like when I pick fabrics, obviously I try to do it seasonal, but at the same time, like I like to throw in here and there, like something bright, something fun,
Yeah.
something that could put a smile on your face.
Hmm.
I just think that through my heritage, I definitely bring that, and also just the happiness. Also, just I know Dominicans we're known to be very happy people. My dad was such a happy person, and I try to embody that each and every single time I run a
That's
session.
good.
And yeah, so I hope I answer that, but that's what like through my heritage, this is
That's
how I
nice.
bring it into this. Yeah.
That's great.
Amazing. What challenges have you faced as a creative entrepreneur, and what lessons have they taught you?
My biggest challenges has definitely been like rescheduling. I yeah, like I hate I'm such a type A and I like having everything in control. So like when life happens, like a winter snowstorm, like literally just happened a few weeks ago, I had to cancel one of my events. I was gutted. I acted like I controlled the snowstorm, like I made it happen. And I had to like learn like sometimes things are just out of your control and you just gotta roll with the punches, just
Sense.
manage it, good communication and just move forward. It's not the end of the world. People understand and it's okay. So I would
Yeah.
say that's one of the many challenges, along with what I mentioned earlier, like finding that balance and, you know, um, again, life happening as a mom, sometimes your kids get sick and, just all of that, just like juggling. So that's a really great question. And the list could go on and on, but
Yes.
And so I think we have time for one quick question.
One more. Okay. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start a creative business but is afraid to take the first step?
they just start. Just do it because if you never start, you never know where you're going to end up and what could come of it. Like me, I when I did Rising Tide, like I ended up with one idea. And had I never even taken the course, God knows where all this time would have been wasted on something else that I would have just been dabbling about and not even have pursued. So like that's my first advice for sure. Just
Yeah,
do it, figure it out, roll with
get
the
started
punches, and get started. Yeah,
and just
perfect way
do
to
it.
say it. Just do it. Yeah. I know it's cliche, but I mean
Unfortunately,
it.
we are out of time, but tell us where we could find you.
Oh yes. Find me at cafecitoconfashion.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and soon coming YouTube. So I'll be all over there. Yeah, I'm excited to connect with you guys and come to my event at Michael's on
Oh,
March
definitely. Let
15th.
us know.
Yeah.
And so now, Veronica, you have some slides that you brought that you want to show us?
Yes, I'm excited to share. So you guys could actually see because it's one thing to talk about what I do, but another to actually see it. So I'm excited to share.
Okay, let's see
Yes.
it.
Okay. One moment. Do you see my screen?
Yep, we see your screen.
Perfect. And start slideshow. Perfect.
And I love that
Okay.
pink.
Thank you.
That pink is everything, that hot pink.
Yes. I even have a whole blazer look for it and everything. So
Oh,
I'm so
so
excited.
pretty, so pretty.
Yeah. Thank you. So yes, since I launched in August, I have currently served 84 hours of sewing in over 48 sessions, and I have changed 65 lives so far, all over a couple cafecitos, them learning how to sew.
Wow.
So this includes a summer camp.
Oh,
I also
oh,
did this with Gabby, who is here on the left-hand side over here. And we also have um all the students here that we have and everyone who was in the course. Here is what we did. Not only did we do sewing, but we also did some fashion projects and some other art medium projects. So we do more than just sewing. So
yes, I see
yeah.
that. Beautiful.
Yeah. And then we had a fashion show where the students displayed what they made during the summer camp during those 2 weeks when we were
Oh,
there.
nice. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
This is up for Sip and Sew Pop-ups for adults where we make tote bags. This was my last group through Generation Fearless at SDU. So this was a great turnout. As
Yeah.
you can see, you could even bring your child, a mom and a son over here. We're
Oh,
sewing
yes,
together,
yeah.
so that was sweet. Yeah. And here we have a few more different age groups, different, backgrounds, different places. So very fun, very successful. And here, this is my first one at La Bodega in Jersey City.
Oh,
Yeah. And this is our youth program. So this is part of my after school program. This was during the holidays where they all made their own
holidays.
stocking. Yeah.
Right.
And here's some more. And this was in my studio. Excuse the mess, but
Oh,
this was when they were having
you
their
could
own
tell there
private
was work
session.
being done.
Yes.
Okay.
At the same time, I am currently offering hands-on fashion mentorship for aspiring designers, high school students who want to go into fashion design for college or costume design. In this case, it's costume design.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're doing everything more than just sewing. We're actually working with patterns, draping on the mannequin, and more.
Nice.
And here is a little video. Just telling words of affirmation. Just trust the process, go with it, and start. Inviting ways to work with me. I offer private and group sewing sessions, fashion mentorship, and guided projects. I have my sewing blog, which is a free resource. And also, I also have a free sewing planner available online as well. Everything is linked at cafecitoconfashion.com and also on my Instagram. Links are all in my bio at Cafecito Con Fashion. So here we go. This is where you can
Multiple
find me.
handles.
Yes. And that's
Beautiful.
it.
And thank
Yes.
you for dropping by. Great show.
Yes.
Love the
Yes.
topic.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you,
Much
Veronica.
blessings.
Thank you. Thank you for
And good
having
wishes
me.
to you. Best wishes.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
Bye-bye.
su casa.
Oh, mi casa is su casa.
That's it. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. Bye,
Bye.
Veronica. Bye-bye.